ChatGPT may have just killed half a dozen new AI apps. Stay with me until you finish this video. You are in for a surprise. Now, ChatGPT has introduced something called as, or OpenAI has introduced something called as Agent, which is not a new model, but a new feature that is similar to Operator, but is available for all the Plus users, because Operator was only available for the Pro users, where you had to spend about $200 a month, which was quite steep for a lot of marketers like you and I. This is the Operator for all the Plus users and who are not Pro users. I normally do not do slide decks and presentations, but there is a reason I'm doing this, and you're going to be in for a surprise. So just stay tuned with me and bear with me for this session where we speak about what Agents is all about and what you can learn about this. Now, ChatGPT Agent, it is bridging research and action, because ChatGPT has come up with the deep research, the new 4.50 model. The research was already taken care of ChatGPT. Now, what is new with this agent feature is it is going to act on the research. If you wanted to look at all the prices of a camera that you would want to buy, but you're only looking for cash on delivery options, how do you do that? So you either have to manually go ahead and do it, or use some shopping assistance. Within ChatGPT, there was no option that you could do this. So you either had to go ahead with a new app, or do it manually, or look at some comparison websites. Now today, with ChatGPT Agent or with the OpenAI Agent, you're able to go ahead and browse different websites for the pricing variations, or for options, or for accommodations. You can also give a series of tasks saying, go to Google Flights, look for the best prices, book a flight for me, come to send me an email, then go to booking.com, look for options around these, research so and so, and then it's just amazing. It's just mind blowing. So that, having said that, so what is ChatGPT Agent? It is built on GPT-4o model. It is not a new model. Unified agentic system, think, plan, and act. It is not just about research, or it is not just about coming up with plans or researching stuff and putting things together. This is also going to act. Now, combines deep research and Operator in one virtual computer, which was only available for Pro users in the past, where you had to pay $200 per month. Now, for ChatGPT Plus users, this is available where you can go ahead and access deep research and Operator in the same computer, in the same conversation, in fact. Now, it uses browsers, it uses terminals for coding. It also uses connectors to complete multi-step tasks. You can go ahead, you can ask the agent to send you an email, send somebody on your team an email, schedule a calendar invite, then get a confirmation, then send a message to Slack. You can integrate a lot of things, and you can go back and forth with using the connectors. Using these connectors, you can, using these terminals, go back and forth and use these connectors that you have, whether it is Gmail or whether it is your HubSpot, whether it is all the other apps that you can connect, and then you can execute multi-step tasks. Now, tools and capabilities, visual browser, it click and scroll like a person, switch to text mode for speed. You can also, agent can also access terminal to run code and analyze data. It can generate charts, it can generate spreadsheets, connectors like Gmail, Drive, GitHub, HubSpot, and it can fetch and read. It can facilitate interaction with these tools or connectors, with these third-party tools that you have integrated or connected using ChatGPT. Permissions and safeguards, you can set up controls, grant only necessary capabilities, first use confirmation, approve sensitive actions before use. It is not that you say go ahead and execute that. It doesn't mean it is going to go ahead and execute that. You obviously will have the control to give the confirmation. Persistent grants, permissions will be taken care of. Watch mode and confirm. If you know something is being executed by an agent, you can see it on the screen live, and if you can see it on the screen live, and if you don't want that specific action to be performed, you can always say stop it, I don't want this to be done. You can also always look at what's happening step by step. You can go back and forth to understand the process of steps that the agent took to execute the desired transaction. Restrictions basically means you know what you can control. Limitations and what it is not. It is not a new model. It is built on GPT-4o using existing LLMs. It uses the existing LLMs. It is not a new model as such. Not unrestrained. It always pauses for permissions and watch mode. It means that you cannot simply ask it to execute a task, and it cannot execute it without even you allowing it or you confirming certain actions. There will be stages where you'll have to keep confirming at each stage about what you want to get done. No harmful tasks, need supervision, limited memory and network, pretty much basic. Best practices for using agents: define clear outcome-focused goals, grant only necessary permissions, use step-by-step prompts, monitor initial runs closely, iterate and refine instructions, set guardrails and alerts, you restrict what to do and what not to do, document agent workflows. All right. Now, what are the use cases that you can use this for? Data extraction, you can upload PDFs and spreadsheets and get data out of it you can analyze this data. You can just say, open this sheet in Google Drive, do this sheet for me and execute it for me. CRM records, summarize emails and update CRM, whether it is HubSpot or any other CRM. Meeting summaries, research and slides, executive assistant. Now remember research and slides point. I'll come back to that in a second. It can gather stats and draft presentation decks. Now executive assistant, schedule and draft emails. You can raise calendar alerts. You can invite people for meetings, etc. Weekly dashboards, meeting preparation, vendor research. You can compare vendors and then you can ask. You can also draft requests for proposals. You can say identify all the people who are selling stickers online in, let's say, New York, and then identify the websites, put it in an Excel sheet. It can do all that in a breeze. CRM enrichment can be possible. Personal planning is shopping and executing things like booking your booking your flights, booking your accommodations, online shopping. As I mentioned an example where you wanted to buy a pair of sneakers, but only the ones which have cash on delivery option. It can all be executed seamlessly with this. Now, do you remember I said, if you remember, I asked you to remember presentation decks. Now, what I meant by that is this entire presentation that you see online is built by ChatGPT agent in under 3 minutes. I have not done anything. I have just taken one article. I can show it to you if you want. I've just taken one article on ChatGPT on the new agent model. I have uploaded that as a PDF and I have asked agent to go ahead and attach as the document about the agent feature launched by blah blah blah. No need to explain the use cases, just give a context. Also no intro or outro needed. It simply went ahead, analyzed everything and then put things together in perspective for me. This is a presentation that it has generated. It roughly took about 4 minutes. It took about 10-15 minutes and then it went ahead. If you want to see the steps, this is the live window that agent helps you with. You can look at what are all the steps that it did to go ahead and execute this task for me. I'm initiating the attached document. It looked at the document and then it clearly tells you step by step of what it had done. Right? It had looked at all the article sources mentioned. And if you observe in the presentation, there are a lot of sources mentioned. And if you observe, there are a lot of sources which are mentioned. You see these numbers? These are all the sources that it has collated information from. Now, once this is done, okay, this is just a few lines of prompt that is needed and upload a document from a source that is reliable. It can go ahead and execute and generate a complete presentation for you. Now, OpenAI just put a few businesses who are specialized around building pitch decks or building presentation decks out of business because you just got a rough draft out of this and there is nothing much you would have to brainstorm otherwise. Now that's about it. And there is another thing which I wanted to show you about another task that I had executed, which was, is this the one? Yeah. So I went to agent. Okay, I went to agent and I asked for, so how do you set agent up? You just have to go here and click on, you just have to go to tools and then you have to click on agent mode. You will be able to access this. Now I just asked the agent to do something for me. Can you please go ahead and find a Sony ZV-E10 camera from all the shopping sites in India and give me the cheapest option with a cash on delivery option available. It's just a 2-line prompt that I had asked. Now I stopped it after 4 minutes because it was going on and comparing almost every shopping website that you can think of. So I didn't want it to go ahead and do all those things. So I just said, give me the results so far. It said, sure, but it started compiling all the information. And I stopped it again and said, share what you have done so far, what you have so far. Now the beauty is when you stop this process, when the live mode is going on, when it is going ahead and searching everything that you had asked the GPT to do, you can simply keep interacting again with that. It stops the process, but again you can initiate the process, which means if there is a live search that's happening, let's say I stopped it after 4 minutes, right? So this was going on. It was going on and executing almost every shopping website that we can think of. I said, give me the results so far. It doesn't kill this process. This process, it stops it for sure, but you don't lose the results of this. You can always look at the activity, or you can go back to the browser to take it ahead from there. Now, when you say take over the browser, it will open this in the browser, and then you can manually look for these websites, and then you can execute whatever you want. That's not what we want. So then I said, show me what you have done so far. I stopped it again after 2 minutes because it was still going ahead and collating a lot of information. I didn't want that. So I said, show me the results, whatever you have. It showed me the results. It has finally given me a list of all the websites where COD is available, what is the price, what is the name of the store, and I can also go ahead and link to the store. Now, if you want, you can cross-check these things, or you can execute your own example and see if it is able to filter this properly. And I think this will be really handy for executing tasks which are painful, which are boring. You just don't want to be looking at. I want to buy something, but I don't want to spend a ton of time on that. I just wanted to read an article, but I am more interested on the tools that are mentioned. So I can simply give the URL and say, go ahead and pull all those tools, compile it in an Excel sheet, go to each of those websites, see if they have an affiliate program or not. If you can, go ahead and figure out what the affiliate commissions are. Breeze, right? Breeze is not the word. So that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I could have gone ahead and spoken about a lot about this tool, but I just wanted to show it to you practically. So I showed you the presentation deck which was made by the agent, and I also shown you an example of how it browses websites to find out exactly what you want to shop, how you want to shop. So that's pretty much about it, and I hope you like this session. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and put it down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Casey. This is AI Dojo Labs. Cheers.